What is going on, YouTube? I figured I'd do a video on some Dirt Rally 2, specifically concentrating on the Class B. They're pretty tricky to drive, so basically my strategy with them is to try and be smooth. You kind of point and shoot with them, so to speak. The back end wants to come out a lot, so you got to be careful on the brakes when you're going around a turn. So you really want to brake in a straight line and then go into your turn and then ease out of it. You don't want to just slam on the accelerator or you will spin out. So you always want to ease on the gas and then try to brake in a straight line. Always be ready for that rear end to brake out. You want to come around, so always be ready to counter steer. And they basically want to kill you, so they're fun to drive, especially on like a smooth asphalt track. And today I'm going to be trying some of that out and playing in VR because that's what I like to do. So anyway, we'll get this set up and get the video started. So hope you enjoy it. Alright, so I'm in VR. One of the things I do before I get into VR is make sure that Sim Racing Studios is working correctly, that all of my USB connections are being recognized, and then I go in, I zero out my motion compensation module, and then I jump into Steam VR, go to the add-ons for motion compensation, and make sure that that is set right, and then I turn motion activation on, and then I jump into the game. So here we are. And I have noticed that for some reason when you're watching it on a monitor, it always looks like you're going much faster than what it feels like when you're in VR. It's more intense in VR because it's all around you, but it doesn't feel as fast as when you're just looking at it on a monitor for some reason. So it's a little bit weird how that works. So when you're watching this video, it's going to look like I am just freaking flying, which I am, but it's not quite as crazy as it appears to be on the video. So I'm going to do some smooth asphalt, and I don't want to do a really long track, so we'll do this one here. It's about 4.5 miles, and then we'll do Class B like I talked about. I like the Peugeot quite a bit, so we will jump on into there. I don't really mess around with the car setup too much. I probably should, but I just leave it, I just leave it as default. I don't mess with it. I think it's pretty good the way it is. And then for some reason, with the Moza wheelbases, for some reason the game doesn't pick up the force feedback on the wheel. The buttons and everything work, but for some reason the force feedback doesn't work, so you have to reach behind the wheelbase, turn it off, and then turn it back on again, and then the force feedback works. I hope that they sort that out down the road, but for whatever reason, that is the deal. So I always have to turn the wheel off and then back on again. And then once you do that once, you're good to go until you exit the game and then come back into the game. I am using Joy2Key for some things to map buttons to keyboard inputs. So I have letter E mapped to enter on the keyboard. For some reason this wheel again, when the game first loads up, it wants you to hit enter to start the game, and no matter what button you hit on the wheel, it just will not start the game. So I have button B mapped to enter and joy to key, and then that way I can hit B and it will start the game. I also have a couple buttons down here mapped to my volume, so I can turn my volume up and down easily right here. Unfortunately, I can't have the volume too loud right now because it's kind of late at night and the kiddos are sleeping, and I don't want to wake them up, even though I am in the basement. So now that I'm in the car, I'm going to reset my view. I have a hotkey here on the wheel to do that. And then for some reason in Dirt Rally, I always find I have to sit up really tall and then reset my view, and then I can kind of sit back down comfortably. And then I have the D-pad set for fine movement, so I can kind of move the viewpoint forward or back or up or down a little bit. Unfortunately, you can only do it so far. I wish that there was a greater range of motion there, but you have to get it close with the camera reset, and then you can tweak it with the D-pad. And again, you have to manually set that up in the key bindings within the game. So that feels pretty good there, and let's get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, The Ghost that you're seeing right now is my best time. So we'll see if I can beat it. Probably won't be able to, because I think I laid down a pretty good time on races. But always trying to improve. And then you can't be afraid with these cars to just sort of be constantly shifting. And then left foot braking is also very nice because you can actually be somewhat on the... I'm not very good at talking and driving, but what I was trying to say was with left foot braking you can kind of be on the brake and also at the same time on the accelerator a little bit, just to get some weight transfer going when you're about to enter a turn. If you want a little more grip over the front wheel, and you're still sort of accelerating, you can sort of punch that brake a little bit, even though you're still kind of on the gas, and that'll transfer a little bit of weight to the front of the vehicle, give you a little more grip in the front. But I'm sort of always constantly just sort of, I wouldn't say punching, but you're kind of, hitting that brake quickly with your left foot, and then you're kind of right back on the gas. And that's just kind of how I drive these. So let me restart the race.
Into 4 left, small cut, into caution, 6 right, 2 left long.
And then, apparently I can't talk and drive, so I'm just going to concentrate on driving, see if I can put a fast time down. And just sit back and relax and see what happens.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, that was pretty good. I think I beat my personal best. Let's see, 342.2, and my previous one was 342.096. So I did not beat it, but it was very consistent. And the ghost must have just been faded enough there that we couldn't really see it. So, anyway. That is Class B, and then I guess we will return to the main menu, and maybe I'll just do an off-road one for giggles. And I like Poland a lot. Let's see, this one looks fun. And then for off-road, for some reason, one of my favorite cars is the Lancer. It just, for some reason in VR, it feels well proportioned, if that makes sense. And it's not quite as crazy to drive as the Class B stuff. So I'll do one more race, and then we'll wrap this video up. Set my view here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left, 50, turn 6 right to the crest, 6 left, 50, crest, 80.
not my best run, but whatever. When you're racing off-road and you want to initiate a slide, you kind of need to start the slide maybe a little bit earlier than you might think. So you're kind of turning into the apex sooner than you would if you were driving on asphalt, and then you kind of initiate that slide. Same with the e-brake. You can pull the e-brake, pull your handbrake. You're going to pull it before the turn, get the car sliding, and then you sort of slide around the turn. Yeah, that wasn't a great run. I had some mistakes in there, but anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'm just kind of still dialing in this rig, but it's a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm definitely not the best driver in the world. I'm just kind of throwing out a couple of tips that kind of work for me. So we'll see you in the next one. Peace.